Okay, this is the tutorial for 11B, but I'm also going to show something that I forgot to show in 11A. If you're looking at this, this is 11A. Looks like the next line I need to draw here is 4.6 straight down, which is easy. But then this next angle right here is 20 degrees. And I showed you how to do it at the beginning, but I never went over an actual example. So here's an actual example. My polar was currently set to 15 degrees, and that worked for every single one of these angles because they were all multiples of 15 degrees. However, this next one needs to be 20 degrees, and obviously 15 does not go into 20 evenly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and change this to 10, since that's probably the easiest one. 5 would also work, but those are really the only two that would work. So I'm going to go ahead and change this to 10. And then that way I'm right here, I'm on 90, and I'm going to go ahead and go over, and that would be 10 degrees, and that right there would be 20 degrees. And so that distance needs to be, it looks like 5. So I'm going to go ahead and double check these and make sure it's correct. So that looks like it's 5 right there, and then let's go ahead and check the angle and make sure that this would be 20 degrees right there. Okay, so there's a few of these where you are going to have to make those changes to make sure that that works out the way that you want it to. So that should help you finish up 11A, and now I'm going to go ahead and go into 11B. So 11B just gets into to isometric drawings. If you remember from the first semester, we only used our 30-degree triangle, and so everything was either like 30 or 90 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and change my polar angle to 30 degrees. And then my UCS is right here at the origin, and it looks like it wants me to start my line at 4.5, 3.25. And from there, one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to go to where my coordinates are normally at, and I right click, and I'm going to go to relative. And one reason I like relative is because it gives me the distance of the line that I'm about to draw, as well as the angle I'm about to draw it at. So currently, if I were to click my mouse right now, it would draw a line that's 5.469 inches long at 0 degrees. Or if I go up till it snaps at 30 degrees, if I were to click my mouse right now, I would draw a line that's 4.982 at 30 degrees. So it's kind of nice to be able to go down here and choose relative and be able to see the distance as well as the angle. Absolute, what absolute does is it gives you the x and the y value, which is fine a lot of the times, but there are times when relative will help you out to understand the angle, and using polar is definitely one of those times. So I'm going to go ahead and snap it at 30. I'm going to draw my line that's 1.5, and then it looks like I need to go straight up a distance of 1, and then straight back a distance of 1.125, and then up oops, I hit enter on accident, and then up 0.625, and then over 0.625, up 0.25, and back 1.25, and then come back over 1.5, and then 1.25, and then straight down 0.25, and I'm getting all of these from the book. 0.625, and then down 0.625, and then over 1.125, and then this should connect to right there perfectly. And then sometimes what I do is I'll just draw these lines a little long, and then what I can do is since I know that that's how it will look, I can just come back and trim them off, and it saves me a little bit of time. And then of course all you would need to do is just connect all of these lines right here, and it goes fairly quickly. I'm obviously missing a couple, and it would look something like that. I'm missing the little doorway right there. I'm going to let you guys figure out what that would look like. But it is important to know that this isn't the right location. For example, when I click on that grip right there, if you look at the bottom, it does tell me it's at 4.5, 3.25. So I know it's in the exact right spot. It is all drawn at a 30-degree angle. And so that is 11B, and using polar to help you complete isometric drawings. We'll see you again for 11C.